Freedom celebrations is not the only thing that we're celebrating on our Feel Good Breakfast show. Imagine this, you decide to retire, you take your wife or your husband, you jump into a car, you take a road trip from the northernmost tip of Europe to the southernmost tip of South Africa where we are. And you take all of this and meaning to add awareness for the Nelson Mandela Children's Hospital by branding the car, taking this trip and all in aid of Cape to Cape for Kids. Stan and Sally, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You don't look retired.
Well, I am.
You are. Stan, I look at your story, and first of all, I think, why would anyone want to get into a car and drive from Europe to... This was your idea, wasn't it?
Well, no, it was both of our ideas. Yeah.
What happened?
Well, we travelled a lot in Africa, and we decided to take in a bit of Europe. And it sounded like a good idea to start at the most northern point, take in 27 countries, and end up at home.
How did it come about that you wanted to do this for good? I mean, there you were driving, it was just a holiday. This time around, you want to involve and help build the Nelson Mandela Children's Hospital as a beneficiary. How did the charity come about?
I think children was definitely my first idea because I think my focus is children. And I'd worked as a student at Children's Red Cross in the burns unit.
Wow.
And I think I realized the value of hospitals.
Yes.
My daughter had also gone to Kenya and worked in an AIDS orphanage. I was very keen to go and visit that. And I'd also read about a fistula hospital in Addis Ababa. So that was also part of our trip to visit there.
How did you know that you wanted to use your holiday? Because you're retired, Stan. I mean, most people, and I say this, Daddy, because my dad's retiring this year, when they retire, they want to take a break. What makes you think, okay, well, I can use this journey as South Africans, because you don't have European passports, do you? I mean,
no.
you're African and you want to use your trip for good.
Well, I think when you retire, you actually try and do the things you've always wanted to do, all the 30, 40 years you've been working. So travel is one of our passions, and we love I love driving. Sally loves being on back roads, going into rural areas. So it just made a lot of sense. Eastern Europe, Africa, the variety of countries and cultures, and it was just amazing.
So how do you do it? How does it work? You're in your car, you're driving. I mean, I can imagine people's responses in Europe seeing this branded car. What was that like for you?
Yeah, Stan, you're better on that.
Well, no, we got a lot of reaction, you know, because the branding was pretty good on the vehicle. And people hooted at us, waved at us. Campsites, people came and spoke to us. In Kenya, we had an Australian woman who was blown away. She actually made a donation when she got home to the trust. And yeah, we got good reaction.
Sometimes it didn't work so well, and people thought we were a hospital on the move.
Right.
So did we have injections? Did we have medication? And we had to explain, no, we didn't.
So explain it to us. How does it work? Cape to Cape for Kids. You're in your car, it's branded, and you're driving around. What happens next?
Well, I'm not quite sure what you mean. What happens?
How do you benefit the hospital by being in a car?
Well, we're creating awareness.
Right.
You know, just people coming and asking you what is it about, and then we explain what the hospital is. The only 4 children's hospitals for children in the whole of Africa.
Yes.
1 in Cape Town, 1 in Nairobi, and 2 in Cairo. I mean, it's crazy. You know that, and it's such a good cause for the children of Africa. So
you become a voice for everyone that doesn't have one, and that's exciting
Yes.
stuff. I look at you two, and I'm excited. You know, do you have any advice for any other Samaritans, people who are still working or stand like you that have retired, that want to take their journey further? What advice do you have?
Well, I think everybody in South Africa has talent. We've all got skills. And if we can transfer those skills and use them, there are so many organizations out there, depending on what your interest level is. I mean, there's a very good guidebook, How to Help, by Tracy Kapini Young. Look at it, see what you can do, and just do it. Don't think about it, act.
Well, don't just think about it, act. I'm so inspired by you, because you could be all of our mum and dads, and you're still out there doing your thing. So Stan, thanks so much. Thank you so much for coming in and showing us how to do it. Proof again that South Africans are amazing, eh? People who know that their hearts can still dream, and you've definitely managed to inspire us. So thank you so much for joining us this morning. Well, you heard it. You know what? It is Madiba that put it out there that we need to remind ourselves that we can be the change that we want to see in this whole world. And here we have a great example of this. This is your Feel Good Breakfast show. We'll be back after the break.